But now finally back to Anthony Davis. So Anthony Davis wasn't traded. Only one team offered anything for Anthony Davis, and that was the Los Angeles Lakers. And, the Lakers were kind of bidding against themselves. And they eventually stopped because they wanted the Pelicans to actually participate in the trade discussions. And supposedly Dell Demps, regardless of what the Lakers were going to offer, they could have offered LeBron James. They weren't going to take any offer that the Los Angeles Lakers took, as far as what reports say. And the Los Angeles Lakers offered 6 players, 4 draft picks, and even offered to take on salary and provide cap relief for the Pelicans. They offered Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, Josh Hart, Michael Beasley, and Rajon Rondo, plus 4 first-rounders, and offered to take on Solomon Hill's contract. And he's due to make $12 million next season in 2020. First of all, that's just a gross overpay for Anthony Davis. That's way too much money, or way too much involved. You're giving up the 6 players, I guess, is not too bad because you got to make salary match up somehow and you got to include assets. But 4 first-round picks is a ton. Plus, you're taking on salary cap, which is what the Lakers absolutely did not. They do not need to do that. Taking on salary cap, if you get Anthony Davis and you take on that salary of Solomon Hill, you do not have the ability to go after a third superstar in the offseason unless you were to trade Solomon Hill away in the offseason. And quite frankly, I don't know if anyone's going to take Solomon Hill from you because they know exactly what you're going to do. Is go and get a guy like Clay or Kawhi or Jimmy Butler. That was a absolutely dumb offer by the Lakers. And somehow Dell Demps did not take it. And he should have. But he's too hung up on the Celtics. He's too worried about Danny Ainge and trying to get a player from them. They want Jason Tatum. And I don't blame them. I would want Jason Tatum too. But people forget Danny Ainge has orchestrated 4 of the most egregious, most lopsided trades in NBA history. He orchestrated a trade to get Ray Allen and Kevin Garnett into Boston to form the first Big 3. 2 separate trades right there. He then orchestrated a trade to acquire a gross amount of first-round picks from the Brooklyn Nets by trading Paul Pierce, Jason Terry, and Kevin Garnett. And they got 3 or 4 first-round picks from Brooklyn, destroyed Brooklyn's franchise for the next 5 years. And then, most recently, the Kyrie Irving, Isaiah Thomas trade. The Celtics gave up Isaiah Thomas, Ante Zizic, and a first-round pick for Kyrie Irving. And then Isaiah Thomas just flatlined. And with his hip injury and his hip issues, it was a smart move by the Celtics to get rid of him and get Kyrie and then leave the Cavs with essentially nothing. Danny Ainge is a master negotiator of trades. Probably the best GM in basketball as far as negotiating trades. And here we go again. Dell Demps sees the chips that the Celtics have. Jason Tatum. Maybe they would want to take on Gordon Hayward or Kyrie Irving, something. And Danny Ainge, he's going to do the same thing that he's done to so many other franchises over the last couple years. He's just going to pull the chair right out from underneath him. Doug Gottlieb filled in for Colin Cowherd on the Herd recently. And he made the analogy of Charlie Brown and Lucy. How Lucy always holds the football for Charlie Brown and she always pulls it away right when he goes to kick. Dell Demps is Charlie Brown and Danny Ainge is Lucy. And Dell Demps is thinking there's a chance that maybe this time Lucy won't pull that football away. But Danny Ainge is going to pull that football away again. And it's going to be another lopsided trade. And it's going to destroy the New Orleans Pelicans franchise for multiple years. Dell Demps should have taken the Los Angeles Lakers offer while he could.